Hey, I hope that everybody's enjoying their day. I'm going live on Instagram as well. Not Instagram, Facebook. Let me clean that. I'm going live on Facebook as well, and so I just need to do this. Okay. Hey, I hope that everybody's having a great day. I am on Facebook and YouTube on live. If you're watching the replay, sorry for not beginning it like off rip, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about ego. I was just on Clubhouse and I was talking about it on there, and I wanted to share it with other platforms as well. So, I have my information here. And so some things that I was actually came up with, like I was just thinking about while I was trying to sleep, was ego. And I noticed my ego popping up so much when I am talking with my nephew or interacting with my nephew, because a lot of times I'll be like, is he trying me? Or is it my ego? Like, am I tripping, or is he actually trying me? And that's something that I've noticed, is that a lot of times, because society tells us that somebody is trying us, then we will, hold on, I want to fix this. Then we will react. And I have been doing my best to no longer do that. I practice mostly when it comes to my nephew, as I said, and that is because, children, they like they like to test you. And so, yeah, sorry, my hair being straight just makes me want to touch it more, and it's actually really annoying. Soon I will be cutting it all off. But yeah, and so some questions that I want to ask you to ask yourself. You can either leave it in the comments, like comment down below, like the answers, or you can just ask yourself and journal on it if you would like. So, are you reacting because it's necessary or because of your ego? So, something that helps me to realize whether or not it's my ego is when I'm about to react to something. We all know reacting is never a good time, because usually you're on defense mode if you're reacting to something. You're in full control of your life, and you are in full control of whether or not you react to things. And when you do react, you're in full control of how you go about reacting. So, noticing that you're on defense mode and allowing yourself to take a deep breath and think, okay, is this how I truly feel? Or am I being dramatic? Like, is it my ego? Is it because society tells me, hey, when they do this or they do that, that's them trying you, that's them testing you, and that's them being rude? So there are a lot of times when some people may think that I'm being rude, but I'm not being rude. So if I myself do things like that, then that allows me to, it makes it easier for me to be mindful of when people are speaking to me and whether or not they're intentionally being rude. Tone is everything, but sometimes we don't really realize our tone, or we're using the wrong choice of words. And so it comes across as though we are being rude. And so you could not easily, I shouldn't say that. Let's erase that. You can make the choice to take a deep breath and think about what you're about to say. You can remove yourself, let them know, hey, I am going to step away for a bit. Or you can say, is this what you meant when you said, was this your intention when you said that to me? Those will allow you to get a clear understanding on whether or not it's your ego or if it's you and you're kind of just reacting and it's like unnecessary for you to react. So another question is, when you have judgy thoughts in your head, and this could be judging thoughts like when it comes to yourself and your personal growth, like, oh, I didn't meditate, I didn't journal, I didn't say my affirmations, I didn't go on a walk, I didn't work out today, and these are all the things that are going to help me with my personal growth. And you start telling yourself like, oh, I'm never going to amount to anything, I am going to stay where I am, I'm not going to grow, like, what are you doing, why aren't you doing this? There's a difference between being hard on yourself to get you to do things, get yourself to do things, and just being blatantly rude to yourself. And so when you have those negative thoughts pop up, think to yourself, like, is this my ego talking, or is this me? And I like to separate the two, my ego and me, just because it's like, naturally I'm not a mean person, naturally I don't have any ill will. It's just that, and that's why I feel like when negative things are occurring, when you're reacting to things, when you're on defense mode, a lot of the times it's your ego. And I associate ego, and this is another question you can ask yourself, is what do you think of when you think of ego? Some may see it as an alter ego and it's like a good thing, and then some may see it as something just negative, like it gets in the way of you succeeding. I personally think of it in a negative manner because I haven't experienced it in a positive one. But however you see it is how you see it, and that doesn't make it wrong. But yeah, so ask yourself these questions, and when you notice that your ego is taking over, simply take a deep breath. And if you tell yourself that it's that simple to just take a deep breath and think about my choices, think about what I'm about to say next, think about whether or not it's necessary for me to say something to these people. And also, something I want to add is that do not meet negativity with negativity, okay? I promise you, meeting negativity with negativity will do nothing for you and will do nothing for them. So, excuse me, just tell yourself, like, bro, if I sit here and tell them something negative, like just be rude to them because they're being rude to me, if you tell yourself, like, bro, that's not going to get me anywhere. So should I just walk away from this? Should I tell them, like what should I do? Ask yourself what you should do. Who cares if you're not reacting or speaking within seconds of what they're saying to you? You can easily take time to respond. We don't have to be quick about responding to people. And I feel like that's another place that we mess up, is that we feel like we have to be quick to respond, but it's not necessary. So I kind of lost track there. So just do your best and don't hit them with negativity. If somebody was truly happy and truly joyful, I say this all the time, but if somebody was truly happy and truly joyful, they would not be rude to you. They wouldn't be rude to you. They wouldn't snap at you, like intentionally snap at you. Like, something has to be going on in their life for them to be thinking that it's okay to talk to you this way, or it's okay to do something to you. Like, no happy person goes out of their way to be rude. It's just not realistic. We're happy. Why would we sit here and be rude to somebody when we're just enjoying our life? Like, just think of it that way. And I'm not saying have pity for people. I'm not saying that what they're doing is okay. I'm just saying that you need to know and understand that you meeting somebody on the same level, and I hear this all the time, like, oh, I just match their energy. Please don't. Unless it's a positive, good, loving energy, don't match their energy, because it's not going to do anything for you. Even if you don't care about what it does for them, it's not going to do anything for you. Don't kill them with kindness. I used to do this all the time, but really it triggered me more when I did that. So don't kill people with kindness. Truly, truly, like, be nice to as many people as you can. Obviously, we're not perfect. We're human. We make mistakes. Ask God for forgiveness. Ask them to forgive you if you snap at them and you think, even if it's hours later, days later, if you feel as though you could have handled it differently, go to them and apologize. Like, hey, I feel like I could have handled this differently. And even if they don't apologize to you, it doesn't matter. Your conscience is more clear and you won't be holding on to any animosity. So meet people with love and kindness, regardless of what they're meeting you with. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong, and it makes you strong because you're able to humble yourself enough to obviously set boundaries and don't let anybody like just walk all over you. There's a happy medium. Speak up for yourself in a kind and loving manner. Like, just let them know straight up, like, you're not the one, in a loving way. Like, hey, I don't know who you're talking to, but I took it this way. I don't know if that's how you meant it, but that's how I took it. So I don't appreciate that. And if you cannot speak to me with respect, then we're just going to have to go our separate ways. And that's just what it is. See? Simple, nice, sometimes easy, sometimes not, depending on like who you're interacting with. But yeah, so I'm going to repeat the questions again, just because I know I talked a lot. So ask yourself, and you can journal it. You can make a video of you like answering the question, and or you can comment down below the answers. Are you reacting because it's necessary or because it's your ego? Because of your ego. When you have judgy thoughts, is it you or is it your ego? And that could be judgmental thoughts on other people or yourself. And do you notice when your ego is popping up? A lot of times we don't notice, and it's very important to be mindful of when you're about to speak because your ego is telling you to, or if it's because it's you who's about to speak to somebody kindly. And also when you notice that you are when your ego is taking over, take a deep breath, see how you truly feel, and then think before you respond. We should all be thinking before we respond off rip, but realistically, we don't always do that. Ask for forgiveness, ask God for forgiveness, and ask God to allow you to do better. But don't give up on yourself. It's going to take time, patience, and I know that you can do it. Again, don't give up on yourself. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And again, comment down below if you're watching the replay of it. If you enjoyed this or this gave you something to think about. Yeah, enjoy your day. Have a positive, blessed one, and spread love and positivity everywhere you go. Peace.